Iraq economic news and points to ponder Wednesday afternoon, May 29, 24. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Economist. The budget is not affected by the dollar exchange rates, and explains why. An economic expert ruled out that the financial budget was affected by the dollar exchange rates. Bassem Jamil Antoine told Al Farat news agency, "The budget is not affected by the rise or fall of the dollar exchange rates, because Iraq will receive the dollar from oil exports. And on the contrary, revenues increase with the increase in dollar prices globally." He stated that market obligations are dealt with in the Iraqi dinar, and there is no dealing in the dollar. And the budget is built primarily on the Iraqi dinar and not on the dollar, so the budget is never affected by the dollar exchange rates. The United States ambassador praises Iraq's ratification of the electronic system. The U.S. ambassador to Baghdad, Elena Romanovsky, praised Iraq's official ratification of the electronic payment system at the end of April. Romanovsky previously described this approval in her blog on the X Twitter platform as great news. He added that this step will pave the way for a modern financial system and economic growth, noting that this ratification was a joint effort by the United States Agency for International Development, the Central Bank of Iraq, and the United Nations Development Program. A decline in dollar exchange rates in Baghdad, Basra, and Erbil. The exchange rates of the dollar against the dinar witnessed a decline this morning, Wednesday, in Baghdad, Basra, and Erbil. Below is a list of dollar selling prices. $100 equals 144,900 dinars in Baghdad. $100 equals 144,950 dinars in Basra. $100 equals 144,900 dinars in Erbil. The British ambassador. "We have a desire to strengthen Iraq's friendship and support it in reconstruction." Economy news. Baghdad. The British ambassador to Iraq, Stephen Charles Hutchin, confirmed, on Wednesday, during his meeting with the President of the Republic, Abdul Latif Jamal Rashid, his country's desire to strengthen cooperation with Iraq and provide support in construction and reconstruction. The Presidency of the Republic stated in a statement, seen by Al-Iqtisad News, that President of the Republic Abdul Latif Jamal Rashid received today, Wednesday, at Baghdad Palace, the British ambassador to Iraq, Stephen Charles Hutchin. According to the statement, Rashid stressed the importance of strengthening bilateral relations between Iraq and the United Kingdom, expanding the horizons of economic investment and technological cooperation, and joint work to confront climate and environmental changes. He pointed out that the security and political stability that the country is witnessing and their positive repercussions on the economic, service, and living aspects. Stressing Iraq's keenness to establish balanced relations with its regional surroundings in accordance with the principles of good neighborliness and in a way that preserves its security, stability, and national sovereignty. For his part, the British ambassador affirmed his country's desire to strengthen relations of cooperation and friendship with Iraq and support it in the sectors of economic and social development, construction and reconstruction. The central bank to Nina. The expansion of electronic payment operations will push towards the adoption of electronic signature in Iraq. The Central Bank of Iraq stressed the importance of proceeding with the adoption and implementation of the electronic signature project in Iraq. Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, Ammar Hamid Khalaf, said in a statement to the national Iraqi news agency, NINA, "The expansion of the use of electronic payment operations will impose the need to implement the electronic signature." He added, "The need for paper signatures in government transactions and official papers will diminish in the future, until the need disappears completely. With the expansion of the use of electronic payment processes and electronic signatures in daily transactions, there will be an obligation to amend laws or implement previous legislation related to electronic signatures." Last March, the Ministry of Communications announced that 90% had been achieved in the electronic signature project, which aims to include Iraq in the list of countries in the world whose electronic transactions are recognized as reliable. Upon adopting the electronic signature in these transactions, which can be issued to any citizen or governmental or private entity desiring to obtain it by obtaining the internationally accredited electronic certification certificate, which will be issued by the Ministry of Communications in accordance with the law. She explained, Adopting the electronic signature in administrative and financial transactions in Iraq will contribute to simplifying procedures and supporting the government's orientations towards digital transformation and reducing financial and administrative corruption. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.